Hey everyone, Caront here, welcoming you back to Tales of the Abyss. In the last episode, we journeyed through Ingave and, well, Luke got caught stealing an apple and got accused of thieving lots of other food by the folks in the town. He was then exonerated to some degree by the Elder Rose, but has decided to go into the Cheagle Woods to fully prove himself innocent of said theft. So Tyr and Luke are there. We met Jade, the military leader from Malkuth. We also met the phone master of the Order of Lorelei, Ion, who is accompanying us right now. And finally, we met Mieu, the sacred Cheagle who is going to accompany us on our quest. So let's go ahead and head out here.
Everyone watch this!
Whoa! He breathed fire!
Neat, huh?
What was that?
I can breathe fire, so I'm useful for more than just interpreting. I'm going to work extra hard to make up for all the trouble I caused my friends.
That's right. I'd forgotten the Cheagles were a fire-breathing species.
Yes, we are, but mine is special.
Special?
I'm still a child, so I can't actually breathe fire.
But...
The Sorcerer's Ring! Thanks to that, I can breathe fire. And no matter how much fire I breathe out, I never get tired.
So the Sorcerer's Ring is good for more than just translation, huh?
it was originally made to amplify phonic arts. It's a type of capacity core. But a flame of that size isn't going to be of much use in battle.
Mieu!
Yeah, but come on, breathing fire, that'll be fun! Hey you, Thing!
Luke, that's horrible.
Oh, shut up, it's fine for this little freak. Listen up, Thing. When I give the order, you spit fire. Got it?
Mieu! Yes, sir.
Alright, so we officially get the ability to use Mieu Fire, which is basically the way we're going to be able to solve some puzzles in the game. So, yeah, there you go. All we really have to do is hit square and... there you go. Now, you can talk to this Cheagle here, and I think he just mentions, or she, or it, I'm really not sure, but it mentions that somewhere in the Cheagle Woods is a yellow flag that gives happiness to its bearer. Mieu, Mieu, Mieu! You can get there if you use my fire. So, that's pretty much establishing what we're supposed to do with that area that we had earlier. Fortunately, it's just a quick run through, so it's not going to take us too long to actually get there. Now, I will mention while we are running through, assuming I don't run into enemies here, Mieu is voiced by Sandy Fox, who, well, aside from voicing Mieu in Tales of the Abyss, has done some cameo stuff with Bleach, among other anime, but most notably has recently been known for voicing the fairies in the recent Disney movie Maleficent. So, she's actually had some pretty good work very recently, and let me go ahead and take this guy out. Alrighty, well, Luke actually got free run in that battle. Yay! And we get the S flag, which basically what you can do with that, let me go ahead and show you in the items list here, all the way down here, allows changing the displayed party member, which you actually will need to do on occasion, in terms of especially side quest stuff. So just bear that in mind. All you really have to do is move over here and just hit X, and you can change whichever party member is displayed. It's not too tough. Now, unfortunately, apparently me defending in a battle against a wood golem is tough if you saw my HP levels there. Ugh. Alright, so now that we've gotten that treasure, all we really need to do is skip the turkeys, plural, and then head over to where we were just a second ago on this screen here, so that, well, pretty much we could just move through and get to the next stage of the Cheagle Woods.
The Liger's lair is up ahead, right?
Yes! We cross the river and keep going!
How are we supposed to cross the river when there's no bridge?
We'll just have to wade through the river.
Are you serious? My shoes, my clothes, everything will get drenched. No way.
Get over it, Luke.
Fine. You can stay here. Someone who cares that much about his clothing would just get in the way.
Excuse me? Hey, Thing. Breathe fire on that tree's roots.
Mieu?
You heard me. Breathe fire already.
Mieu, mieu, mieu!
Alright, so all we have to do really is do that. Now, I will mention, well, I may mention in a minute.
What do you think of that?
I see. The tree's roots were rotten. Excellent thinking, Luke.
This is nothing.
Indeed. Mieu is the one who deserves thanks.
Hey!
I thought it was nothing for you. And stop yelling. Phone Master Ion, shall we be on our way?
Oh, right. Luke, cheer up. Come on, let's get going. Let's go!
Shut up.
Mew!
Alright, oh, as I was going to mention, there's going to be a lot of things in this game that depend on Mieu fire. Unfortunately, it is rather tough to direct sometimes, so when we get to some of those parts, well, there might be fail counters for how often I screw it up.
Hey, Ion.
Yes?
How'd you learn strong moves like that art you used earlier? Could I learn to do that too?
That was a Dothic phonic art. You see, it's...
Wait, I don't need some long explanation. Just tell me if there's some easy way to get stronger.
You're unbelievable.
What?
Please, don't fight. I'll tell you an easy way to become stronger.
Really? How?
What kind of capacity core do you use, Luke?
Capacity core? What's that?
You don't know?
He's somewhat ignorant about the world.
Well, excuse me.
Then take this, Luke.
Is this a capacity core?
Yes. You can think of it as an accessory with a phonic art applied to it. Your body's abilities will increase in accordance with the phonic verse inscribed. These days, even regular citizens wear them as fashion accessories.
So if I put this on, I can use that art you used earlier?
I'm sorry, only phone masters of the Order of Lorelei can use Dothic phonic arts.
Oh, that sucks.
But with a capacity core equipped, you can learn special abilities. Use it well, and you'll be strong enough.
Alright, so we now get an introduction to capacity
look?
cores.
It looks good on you, Luke.
Cool, now I can get stronger too.
At least your muscles will.
Okay, well I talked a little early, but yeah, we get introduced to capacity cores. So just go into battle, then the capacity core menu, and you see the game has gone ahead and equipped us with 2 of them. Stray for Luke, which you see enhances attack and defense, and Noser for Tyr, which enhances her defense, her phonon defense, basically magic defense, and her magic attack. Now we will get a number of these capacity cores during the game. And this is what I meant when I was talking about stat maxing earlier, that if you wanted to improve your stats as much as you could, then to try to avoid battles up to this point, because every time you level up, you will get the points that are addressed on that capacity core. So in essence, if you want to try to stat max, don't get into battles until you get to this point in the game. Now, if we try to Mieu fire this, you notice, well, we can't. And it doesn't reach. If only it traveled a little further. So it gives the hint that there will be better abilities with Mieu fire than what we have just now. So it's interesting where they're already hinting to that approximately about an hour, maybe hour and a half into the game. Timber! Plonk. Alright, I think we've got an item over to the left before we head in. Yep, oh, Wolfie, don't bother me. Alright, he's about to bother me. Okay, we've got new enemies. Ow! They whacked me upside the head here. Alright, let me go ahead and magic lens them. I didn't realize I had more enemies left. So, we've got the Liger, which is a misspelling actually, because the actual word Liger is L-I-G-E-R, not A-R. Now, you notice they're pretty tough enemies for this point in the game because they've got about 1,400... Ow, crap. Yeah, they got 1,400... Ow, craps! They got 1,400 hit points, and so it makes them a little tough to take out. Now, after you magic lens an enemy, you actually can hold down the R1 button and see their HP at any time. And that goes... After you do that for one enemy, you can continue to actually do that. You can continue to actually see their stats whether you've magic lensed that specific creature or not. So it makes for a pretty effective way to see what's going on with an enemy. Now, the only other thing with it is if you forget their elemental weaknesses, which honestly are not overly important in this game, but if you do forget their elemental weaknesses, you're going to have to use another magic lens to get them again, because you will not be able to see them in battle itself, and I lost grade. Go me. So that's pretty much, I think that pretty much takes care of all the unique enemies we have in here. There's not very much of this place left anyway, so just head in through here, and well, we come to the Liger lair of sorts. So all we really need to do here is just basically go down, and you'll want to go ahead and actually flame this item here so that it'll drop down, and you'll see we'll be able to get to that in a minute. Just go through here and stay away from me like... Well, at least it was just one Liger, so I didn't really have to deal with too much. But pretty much all we need to do in this area is just head through here. That's a save point, but a different type of save point, actually. A memory circle. It's a memory circle with healing properties. It'll heal your body if you stand on it. Alright, so we get the explanation from the game, thank you very much. So we can use those to restore our health and TP and all that good stuff, which should pretty well hint to you, yeah, something big's coming up. So let's go ahead and save, and pardon me for catching the save on camera, but I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal. This game saves pretty quickly. And then pick up the item that we just dropped here, which is a very necessary life bottle. Brings you back to life if you need it.
That must be the Queen.
The Queen?
Ligers live in packs formed around a giant female.
Mieu, please go talk with the Liger Queen.
Yes, sir! Mew! Mew, 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 mew! Mew, mew!
Are you all right?
Hey, Runt, what did she say?
I think she said, "Roar!" But that's just me.
She says her eggs are just about to hatch, so go away. Her Highness is really mad that I accidentally burnt their home.
Eggs? Ligers lay eggs?
I was born from an egg, too. A lot of monsters are born from eggs.
This is bad. Ligers are more violent when they're guarding their eggs.
So what, do we come back later?
But if the Liger eggs hatch, the young will likely swarm the village in search of food.
Huh?
Liger young like human flesh, so people hunt down any near cities before they can reproduce.
Could you ask them to leave this land?
Yes, sir. Mew! Mew, mew, mew! Thank you!
Don't get me wrong, I wasn't protecting you, I was protecting Ion.
She says she's going to kill us and feed us to her children!
Here she comes. Phone Master, please step back with Mieu.
Wait, if we fight here, the eggs might break.
It may be cruel, but that would probably be for the best. If we leave the eggs and they hatch, the young could easily wipe Ingave out entirely.
Look out! The Queen!
Damn it!
So, welcome to the first boss battle of Tales of the Abyss against the Liger Queen. Now, the Liger Queen, you pop up the stats, she's got a lot going for her, so, oh boy. Now, what you really want to do is, basically, you want to stay safe in this phase of the battle, because this actually is to some degree a two-phase battle. Now, granted, you can attack her and do some damage, but you notice we're not hurting her for very much, so you definitely want to be conservative, or, well, you get trapped in a corner like I just did. Go me! But you definitely want to be conservative, use free run, well, freely, and wait until Tyr uses a magic attack or nightmare to open up an opportunity for you to attack. Or you can just guard it and go from there. Now, there is one good thing you might have noticed about this, is If you are running away or running around and an enemy happens to attack you, the game defaults to a defensive stance, which is good because it really does encourage the use of free run so that you don't have to worry about being left out in the open when you're trying to avoid your enemies. Oh, well, actually got a decent combo out of that one. I'm a little surprised. Whoa, crap, that's not good. You've got to be careful, especially with a free run system like this. You've got to be careful to watch out for cues as far as when the enemy is guarding your attacks or whatever attacks they end up doing, so that you're not in trouble or you don't get attacked right off the bat when you're trying to go after an enemy. But we're actually doing a little bit better than I thought we would be, at least to start out with. Maybe it's because I was actually trying to do a hard run when I was getting ready for this, and I actually did okay up to this point, although I'm going to want to run now. But it did take a lot more out of me to do this because it was 50% out crap, 50% up. All right, come on, you. Ow, shoot! Oh, run, white boy, run. Although, well, I shouldn't have said that. There's no real sort of, I guess, racial diversity in Aldrant, which I find actually a little interesting. Oh, that was bad. But that's something I might talk about a little bit later, just as a little bit of a different subject, I guess. Now you notice she turns around pretty quickly, so this enemy is actually one of the ones in this game where free run is not as helpful. So you'll definitely want to be careful. There will be a few enemies like that where free running is actually not a great idea. Okay, there we go.
What the hell? It's not dying.
This isn't good. Our attacks aren't hurting it at all.
Well, they are, just not much.
So do something.
Allow me.
Who are you?
Leave the inquiry for later. I'll use phonic arts to take care of this. You make sure I have time to cast.
You can't order me.
Let's leave this to him. We'll buy time by taking on the Liger Queen. Don't let her attacks hit him.
I know.
So in that sense, we are introduced, well, to Jade in battle. And you see, his stats are insane.
Splash!
So just basically, go ahead and leave him to it. I mean, he is easily our best attacker right now. And really what you'll want to do is basically use Luke as your distraction, and then just allow Jade time to cast. That's really all there is to it. Now, while Jade would choose to actually physically, oh, never mind, I guess he'll kill him physically attacking. Works for me.
Whoa, did you see that?
He's definitely not an ordinary phonist.
Yep, and there's your hint. Jade is a pretty special guy. And you'll also notice you automatically get 10 grade for beating a boss. Whatever grade you get above or below that indicates how well you did in the battle. So we did okay. Not great, but we did okay. And alright, let's see. Luke learned Magic Guard, so did Tyr, and we cooked Sketty.
Anis, could I speak to you for a moment?
Yes, Colonel. Did you call me? Okay, understood. In exchange, you have to keep a good eye on Ion.
This left a bad taste in my mouth.
You're quite kind, or perhaps just soft.
And you're cold.
Oh dear, lovers quarrel?
Shut up.
Colonel Curtis, we don't have that sort of relationship.
I'm joking, and please, call me Jade. I'm not accustomed to being called by my family name.
Jade, I'm sorry for running off and doing this.
It's unlike you to do something like this when you know it's wrong.
Together with Yulia, the Cheagles are the foundation of the Order of Lorelei. I felt I had to take responsibility for any trouble they had caused.
And that's why you used your power? Didn't the doctor tell you not to?
I'm sorry.
And you've involved civilians as well.
Hey, old man, he's apologizing, right? Give him a break.
Oh, I expected you to complain about being dragged into this. I'm a bit surprised.
So am I.
Well, we don't have much time anyway. I'll stop the lecture at that.
The letter arrived, didn't it?
Yes. Now, let's go ahead and get out of this forest.
No! We have to report to the Elder!
A Cheagle speaking a human language?
It's the power of the Sorcerer's Ring.
Oh, poor Mieu.
Jade, could we stop by the Cheagle's home?
All right, but please don't forget that we haven't much time.
Luke, thank you for your help. Please, join me for just a little longer.
Well, I've come this far. Might as well.
Poor Mieu. All right, so Jade is now... Oops, let me get through this skit here. Jade is officially now a member of our party, and you notice he is level 45! Enjoy that while you have it, just fair warning. Alright, secretly practicing, okay. So, yeah, we get a sense basically of Luke actually differentiating between fake and real battle. And we get to pick up another life bottle, which is nice, and a new weapon for Luke, I believe. Let's see. Weapon I already have, go figure. Okay. Well, hey, I can save that for selling later. It's not too big a deal. There's something shining. It's pretty. What is this thing? Oh, well, guess we'll go ahead and take it. All right, so we get the tech ring, which, well, the game doesn't really explain much about it, but what it does is it allows you, if you want to, you can switch into manual mode with your attacks, which means if you hit the attack button, you go nowhere. You have to direct yourself against the enemy at all times. Like I mentioned, I'm not a huge fan of that attack, or that idea, so I just generally stick to semi-auto. It works best with me. But if you want to use it, especially if you want a little bit more of a challenge, then go for it. All right, now we have to go ahead and go over to the Cheagle's home manually, so I will see you guys over there.
Mieu, 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 Mieu.
Mew! Mew, mew, mew!
It's quite amusing to watch monsters talk like this.
They're so cute.
Huh? You say something?
No. Mieu told me what happened. You met with great danger on our behalf. We are grateful that you have kept your promise even after 2,000 years.
Of course. Aiding the Cheagles is part of Yulia's teaching.
But the original cause of all this was Mieu burning the Ligers' home. So I will have Mieu atone for his mistake. What are you going to do? I will exile Mieu from our tribe.
That's too cruel.
Naturally, I don't mean forever. I hear that Master Luke saved Mieu's life. Cheagles do not forget their debts. Mieu will serve Master Luke for one cycle of seasons.
Hey, I'm not involved in this.
Mieu insists upon accompanying you, Master Luke. I leave it up to you to decide what to do with him. Why not take him along?
I don't need a pet.
Cheagles are the sacred beasts of the Order of Lorelei. I'm sure he'd be well received by your family.
I guess I could give him to Guy and the others as a souvenir.
I'll do my best to be useful, Master.
Oh, you're so annoying.
Well, it appears his report has ended. Let's leave the forest.
Who died and made him boss?
All right, so that pretty much wraps that up, and Mieu is now officially a member of our retinue, I suppose. But yeah, let's go ahead and make our way over, and we will see about exiting this forest and hopefully making our way back to Engave to take care of some other stuff. So I'll see you guys over there.
This looks like fun.
Okay, well actually, before we do that, let me introduce the final enemy of this forest, which is the Lineale. The Lineale, I don't know. But you see, pretty decent stats and not anything really to write home about. Now, with Jade in your party right now, these encounters pretty much take care of themselves, so
Oh, are you done fighting already?
not too big a deal.
Hey, isn't that your bodyguard?
Yes, that's Annis.
Welcome back.
Greetings, Annis. What's the status of the Tartarus?
It's in front of the forest, just like you asked. You said to hurry, so we came as fast as we could.
Hey, what's going on?
Restrain those two. They're the ones who've been emitting the 7th phonons.
Jade, don't do anything to hurt them.
Don't worry, we won't kill them. Assuming they don't resist. Be good, kids. Take them away.
Alright, so we get ourselves on Jade's ship, the Tartarus, in a rather bad way. Oh well.
The 7th phonon hyperresonance came from the direction of the capital of Kimloska Landvaldir and converged inside Malkuth territory near Tartarus Valley. Now, if you two were the source of that hyperresonance, that would make you guilty of illegally crossing the border into our country, wouldn't it?
Jeez, you're obnoxious.
He called you obnoxious.
I'm terribly hurt. But moving on, Tyr, we already know you're with the Oracle Knights. But what about you, Luke? What's your full name?
Luke von Fabra. I'm the Luke you idiots tried to kidnap.
The son of Duke Fabra, who married into the Kimloskan royal family?
A duke? Oh.
Why are you in Malkuth? And what's this about a kidnapping? That doesn't sound very pleasant.
We're here only because our 7th phonons caused a hyperresonance. It wasn't an act of aggression against Malkuth by House Fabra.
Colonel, I believe Tyr is telling the truth. I don't feel any hostility from him.
Yes, it does seem he's lived a sheltered life, completely ignorant of the world outside.
Huh, fine. Make fun of me.
Actually, why don't we ask for their help?
We're headed for Kimloska under orders from His Majesty Peony IX, Emperor of Malkuth.
To declare war?
Wait, what? Are you saying a war's gonna start?
You've got it backwards, Luke. We're trying to prevent a war from breaking out.
Annis, that's not public information.
Trying to prevent a war? Are relations between Kimloska and Malkuth really that bad?
I think you're the only one who doesn't know.
You know, you're obnoxious too.
We're going to release you now. I'll grant you permission to enter any area you wish, apart from those containing military secrets. First, learn a little about us. Then if you feel you can trust us, we'd like to ask your help, so that we might prevent this war.
If you want us to help you, why don't you just tell us what's going on?
If we were to explain and then you decided not to cooperate with us, we would be forced to hold you captive.
What?
This matter is a state secret. That's why I'm urging you to make up your mind first. I hope we have your understanding.
I'm sure they'll tell you the details after you agree to help. I'll be waiting.
Luke, I'd so love to go places with you.
Please come talk to me if you're willing to assist the Colonel.
Why don't we take a walk around the ship? I think even you'll start to get an idea of what's going on in the world.
Let's go exploring, Master!
Alright, so we get ourselves another skit here about unfair treatment, us being thrown in prison. And I think I'll go ahead and leave things off here. So next time on Tales of the Abyss, we are going to make our way through the Tartarus and see just what in the world's going on with a war and Jade and company trying to stop it. So, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see y'all later.